5, 4, 3, 2.
Crank it, Jerry.
Welcome to Into the Wild, the official podcast of the Washington Wild Pigs.
What do you hear? What do you say?
It's the best sports podcast in the world. Wait, is that true?
If you're committed enough, you can make any story. I once convinced a woman that I was Kevin Costner, and it worked because I believed it.
Now, here's your host, Kyle Dawson.
Did you get the popcorn?
Back on the Wild Things Baseball Network for our post-game show. I'm trying to do some math in here. We're going to ask. Here's the situation. The playoff magic number is 3. But the magic number is designed so that you get a game ahead of the opponent no matter what. So being at 3, if Washington wins tomorrow, it's at 1, and then Washington wins one more game, Mississippi cannot get to the win total Washington is at. However, it complicates things a little bit tomorrow because Washington will own a head-to-head tiebreaker with Mississippi if it wins tomorrow, 4-2 in the 6-game season series. And that is the first tiebreaker beyond win percentage. And if they finish with the same record, it goes to head-to-head. Washington will have that. So my thought is there's a chance that if Washington ends up playing 96 games, that it's over with a win tomorrow and Washington is in. We'll get to that. Let's work through the scoring in this one as we begin our post-game show here on the Wild Things Baseball Network. 3 in the third for Mississippi. Got a RBI double from Braylon Skinner that scored Samil De La Rosa. Couple batters later, a 2-run homer by Travis Holt, his 11th of the year, made it 3-0. Mud Monsters added a run on a double steal in the 5th inning, and then added a run in the 6th inning on a book roll double by Samil De La Rosa that brought home Nilo Rijo from third base, and that made it 5-0 in favor of the Mud Monsters after 5.5. First run of the game for Washington came in the 6th, the leadoff double by 3 Hillier. He'd go to third on a pass ball and score on a Ben Watson infield single up the third baseline to make it 5-1. Cole Fowler hit an RBI single off a fresh new pitcher, Braden Forsythe, in the bottom of the 7th. To make it a 5-2 game. The 3-run homer by Tyreek Reed in the 8th inning tied the game. The 3-run homer by Cole Fowler in the 8th inning gave the Wild Things the 8-5 lead. That they'd allow 1 run in the top of the 9th on the bases loaded walk to Nilo Rijo that would bring in the 6th run for Mississippi. But then Garcia got his second strikeout of the inning, the called strike 3 on Samil De La Rosa, meaning that was the third out of the ball game, or the third out of the inning, and that's the ball game there. So let's go through the totals, and I want to get off so I can talk to the league here and see. Because, we'll get to that in a second. Let's get through the numbers first. The final line totals for Washington, 8 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and the Wild Things left 6. For Mississippi, it's 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They left them full in the 9th, obviously, and leave 11 in total. Washington wins despite being out hit in the game. That hasn't happened too often this year. The winning pitcher is Andrew Herbert. He is 6-2. The loser is Braden Forsythe. He is 1-1. And the save to Garcia, his 3rd. The time of the game is 2 hours and 47 minutes. It was played in front of an announced attendance of 1,950 here at the ballpark tonight on Bob Pompiani night presented by KDKA. Tomorrow is Harry Potter night on a Kids Eat Free Sunday presented by Southwood Behavioral Health Care. The first 500 kids 12 and under receive a Wild Things wand. So that'll be a hot commodity tomorrow, 5:35 p.m. Eastern Time. First pitch, Jeremy Peguero for Mississippi, 1-3, a 6.06 earned run average. Reggie Grace is 3-2 with a 3.37 earned run average. And that'll be the pitching matchup tomorrow for the finale, as Washington will look to bust out the brooms after a hellish week that saw Washington drop 7 games in a row in the same season for the first time since 2023. 2013, I should say. The Wild Things now have won back-to-back games, and, well, they won last night. They won tonight. And if they win tomorrow, that's what you call a winning streak. It has happened before. I had to quote Major League. Couldn't go off the air tonight without doing so. Man, what a comeback win for Washington. Hope you enjoyed it as much as, maybe even half as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. I know we had to suffer through it a little bit there, but man, the comeback with the suffering at the beginning of the game feels so much sweeter. And I hope that it was exciting for the Wild Things fans, for the Mud Monsters fans that are tuned in this weekend. Man, you got a good ball club. And doing what the Mud Monsters doing here in their first season as a franchise, I think is really impressive and something that they're going to easily be able to build off moving forward. And I'm a big fan in my limited interactions so far with Jay Pecci and those guys. So with that said, we will wrap it up tonight. We got some math to do and some things to do upstairs here. We will chat with you tomorrow at 5:20 p.m. for the series finale with the Mississippi Mud Monsters, the homestand finale. Hope to see you out here. If not, we'll chat with you on the Wild Things Baseball Network. Final score, once again, it's Washington 8 and Mississippi 6, coming back from down 5-0 in the bottom of the sixth to start it, to win it by a pair tonight. Wild Things now 49-40, ensure themselves a winning season. Mississippi falls to 44-45 on the season. The Wild Things playoff magic number is 3. It might actually be 2 if they win tomorrow with a head-to-head tiebreaker. We'll tell you all about it tomorrow on the Wild Things Baseball Network, presented by Rocco's Rolls, and, of course, the Frontier League Network, powered by our great friends at the Home Team Network. Until tomorrow, and the flip side from EQT Park, okay, bye. If and when he does get on the base pass. 0-2 from DiValerio. The changeup swung on and missed. And just like that, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Against, he has hit 6 batters and allowed 12 home runs. That is the most on the team, but he gets a strikeout of Holt to end the inning. It's a 1-2-3, top of the first, with 2 tickets for DiValerio. Back from the stretch, kicks and deals. A 1-2 fastball gets by up the grave. A third strikeout for DiValerio is a first out of the second. With 2 outs to Rijo, the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. DiValerio with a 4th strikeout. And a couple intra-conference matchups. 2-2, swing and a miss, up the grave, down on strikes. 5th punch out for DiValerio. Back to that form, 1 away. Offensively, here's DiValerio's 2-2 home. Swing and a miss. Up the grave, down on strikes again. 7th punch out for Jay. Line up to the tune of only 2 base runners, a double and a walk, and now Hillier shoots it out toward left and well. Left fielder back at the wall, reaching up, it's down. Up against the wall, Hillier's got himself a double. Washington's second double of the night. It comes from the 9-hitter here. 2-2, swung on, bounced up the third base line. Fair ball, not going to have a play. It's going to stay fair, and Watson's got an RBI infield hit. Wild Things on the board, it's 5-1, field hit. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Up the grave, down on strikes for the 4th time tonight. Break even. Swung on, lined out toward right. It'll hold up. LaCory on the move in to make the play, and Chad Coles dips himself out of it. No runs a hit. The base is left full by Mississippi. See if Washington can take advantage of that. 0-1 from Forsythe on the way. Swung on, line drive, right field, base hit. Check is going to score. Parks will be held at third. Station-to-station baseball for Washington. The Wild Things make it 5-2. Runner takes off from first. A swing and a miss by Skinner. It's not going to matter. Strikeout ends the inning. Was 0 for 3 yesterday, a run, but walked 3 times. Pitch home, grounded sharply, back up the middle, base hit. There it is. Starts the 8th with a single. Here's the pitch to Wilder. Up the right field line, tailing away from the right fielder. It's down off the base of the wall. Wilder around first, headed for second. Jeff LaCory going to pull into third safely. Wilder's double makes it second and third. The tying run coming to the plate with nobody out in the 8th. Tyreek Reed to the plate. 2 on, nobody out. Forsythe, first home to him. In the air, center field, hit well. Skinner back toward the wall, looking up. Goodbye! Tie game! 3-run shot for Tyreek Reed over the batter's eye. And just like that, the hired gun comes through. A look back at second, 2-0 to Fowler. Swung on in the air, left field. That is struck well. Left fielder Booker to the wall. It is gone. How about the second 3-run homer of the inning? It gives Washington the lead. Fowler's third goes the opposite way. 8-5 Wild Things in the eighth. .20 fastball, outer third. He didn't miss it. 90 mile an hour, 98 off the bat, 377 plus. A ball, 2 strikes. Tying runs at second in Caston Fur. Go-ahead run at first base in Rijo. Garcia home to Samuel De La Rosa. Stalled, strike 3. Would have been a swing, it doesn't matter. Garcia gets the punch out, and Washington comes back to win the series. What a win for the Wild Things. Exhale.